What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're gonna play some Gruul, but not like this mouse with some pump spells Gruul. We're gonna play actual Gruul, but this time with goblins, because turns out there's some green goblins in this set, which is cool. But they play a bit differently than you expect, and that's kind of cool because we get to play with a bunch of new cards in this deck, and hopefully it works out. I will say this deck started out trying to use the big Pyrewood Gear Hulk, or wherever that guy is, the big green red one, but we ended up going a whole different direction and we just sort of stumbled into goblins. So we're going to give it a go and see what happens. But if you want to catch those streams, don't forget to subscribe because we're streaming a lot more lately and you can be part of the live deck builds and stuff. Anyway, the list. We've got Burst Lightning because, well, removal. Llanowar Elf, not a goblin, but it does help with our mana. But maybe there's a world where we cut this actually and just play more goblins. We'll see. Draconautics Engineer. This is actually really good because it can give everything else haste, which is nice. It can get bigger. It can make us a dragon late in the game if we top deck it. So there's a lot going on with this card. Then we have Lightning Strike because just a cool, good removal card. And it has really weird art on the new set, so I decided to play with that one. Runeveld Hordemaster, obviously pumping up some goblins. And Sear Slicer Goblin. This makes more goblins, which we like, so big fan of that. And RedShift. This is a red-green goblin who's driving a crazy car. But the fun thing about this is it does have vigilance, so if you get it to where it's a 3 or 4 power, that's super nice. You can use the mana on this to actually activate your Draconautics Engineer, or another card we're going to talk about here in a second. I don't think we'll ever use the exhaust ability, but I mean, I guess it's there, but I don't expect us to ever use that. Then we have Dropkick Bomber. This is a way to just kind of give some stuff flying potentially. I mean, I guess thinking about it, maybe we could use Redshift mana for this as well to give multiple things flying until end of turn if that comes up. So that's kind of cool. And then we have Howl Squad Heavy. This gives you a creature every turn that has to attack, but then also we get to a point where you can just tap this if you have max speed, and then you get mana for all those goblins. Don't have a ton of stuff to do with the mana, but it is kind of sweet, and it is a 2/3 body. We have one Squee, Dubious Monarch, though we probably could play a second Squee, but we'll see how the games work out. And Afterburner Expert. Now, this is good because we do have a couple of things that do have actual exhaust abilities, so we could take advantage of that. This could also just get pumped up, and we could have a quality 6/4 creature, which is nice. But it does come back from the graveyard in a couple instances, and it is a 3-mana creature, which is nice. So it's one more thing that doesn't get beat up by something like Temporary Lockdown, which we like. Other than that, that's the list. If you want this, at the end of the video, we'll have a link that takes you over to Moxfield, all that good stuff. You could download it, check out our other decks. And then, of course, if you're going to get any magic cards, check out our friends at Tales of Adventure. And don't forget to use our code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you 5%. And anything we get from our sponsors for the next couple months, we're going to put toward getting an editor so y'all get more content even better. So, let's go in and see if these goblins are the new way of Gruul. Oh, no. Just one land? We got them all again. Even though we had Llanowar Elf, we couldn't do that. All right, let's keep this. And, wow, what do we get rid of here? Probably Lightning Strike. I hate that, but it's probably correct. I got to tell you, though, man, I had the thing that happened to me that creators never want to happen. Oh, is Redshift going to die to a cut down? That's going to suck. Oh, it didn't happen. Is that I ended up recording a thing where, oh, it dies to that. I had, my mic was muted because I had like coughed or something. I'd muted it temporarily. Oh, and that sucks so much. Like, I had an awesome couple of games, and this was with a different deck, but didn't actually make it to video, so that was tough. I thought about doing a voiceover for it, but I just opted out. It wasn't really worth it. All right, what are we doing here? Put this on Goblin. I guess we just go ahead and play this guy, right? I mean, I guess we could play Llanowar Elf. Like, why not? Doesn't get haste, but we still get to attack for a bunch. All right, everybody in. All right, opponent's at 9. I mean, we're doing the business against Mono Black. I mean, next turn we could pump up Expert. We could attack with Restless Ridgeline. I mean, we got some stuff kind of cooking. Oh, no, it is a creature, opponent. That duress ain't doing nothing. Go to 7. Hell yeah. We're going to pump this, because this hits harder than Llanowar Elf does. Pump one of these. An opponent is dead. Love that against Mono Black. Okay. What are we going to do with that? I guess we keep this, right? Like, we can't throw this back. We have to find a third land, but whatevs. And we just pass. Maybe we'll get to burst lightning something. We do. We get to burst lightning a Llanowar Elf. Love that. You'd be surprised the number of times we actually have a turn 1 removal spell and then the opponent doesn't have anything to kill. I have very bad luck with that. Alright, let's go ahead and put this on Goblin. And I'm going to play this guy. Probably going to follow up with a Horde Master, but it's possible that if we get anything else, we just play House Squad Heavy, I think. Oh no. Is this going to get losted? No, they're going to Mockingbird it to copy it. Alright, that's a thing that happens, I guess. This is a little weird. Like, do I attack and trade? Alright, I guess I'm going to do this anyway. Mostly because mana-wise, like, our turns set up better on future turns to be able to play Horde Master plus Lightning Strike. So, like, not great. And if they have a land and another Mockingbird, they're just going to copy our heavy. But they didn't, so we don't have to worry about it. I don't like not having a creature till turn 3, so we'll keep this. Ooh, I guess we're getting rid of Draconautics Engineer. That's tough. No turn 1 thingy. That's fair. Man, because we have so many... Well, I don't know. I'm still not sure. Maybe Llanowar Elf doesn't even need to be here. Oh, what are we doing? We have these things putting stuff in the graveyard. Interesting. I guess we'll go here. We might be about to take a loss here. We'll see. I don't know. This looks like the setup for something like a... Oh, this is probably the... get the... Yeah, I was about to say. Looking for a loot to play with the Agatha Soul Cauldron type situation. That makes sense. They'll probably just get Soul Cauldron into their hand, because that's what I would do. Oh, they needed land, apparently. Alright, well, that doesn't suck for us. Alright, let's go here. And get in there. Alright, opponent's at 17. What can we do next turn? I mean, if we found a land, we could play this and maybe shoot something. They don't have any fantastic creatures in the yard. Tender Wild Guide, that gives them lots of mana, though. We don't love that. Decisions to make here. If I were to just squee and attack, I say just squee and attack, but maybe we're supposed to Horde Master here. I feel like that's the play. Man, we might be about to get wrecked next turn. I don't know. Oh no, why did I attack with the Horde Master? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I clicked too fast. Yeah, Horde Master's getting blocked by the 2/2. I can't imagine that goes any other way here. Oh no, I really didn't want to attack with the Horde Master. But I mean, I guess if they block it, they take 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they're down to 7. I don't know. Oh, they didn't block anything? Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. That means they actually want all that mana. Well, that's 7 mana, so whatever's going to happen is going to happen here. I mean, is there anything crazy to reanimate? I mean, there's Soul Cauldron. And Fauna Shaman. Alright, they could then discard and go search for something here. Yeah, that makes sense. They do gain a life. So they're at 7. They now have 2 2/2s and still have 5 mana. Tapping that to discard Depth Charge Colossus. Alright. So they're definitely using that as a combo piece. So they can float some mana, untap it, tap for whatever abilities they have from the Soul Cauldron. Like, that's what's going on here. Though if they get this, they don't have anything with haste. This is my issue sometimes with the Soul Cauldron decks, right? Like, if your opponent has any interaction, like if we'd have had artifact removal, graveyard removal, like they'd already be struggling a lot more. But here they're just dead. And they go to 9. Okay, but now you have one blocker. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's multiple ways to get there here, right? Yeah, we just go with Squee because that makes the most bodies. Actually, we didn't matter anyway. We're going to make a 2-2 during the attack step. Yeah. Alright, cool. We'll take it. Okay, let's keep it. Oh yeah, for those of you that weren't on stream or maybe missed the opener, we are actually trying to use any of the money we get for the next couple months to help us get an editor, because I don't know if some of you don't know this, but in a couple of weeks it will be 5 years that I have been making content on YouTube, and I have edited nearly all of those videos myself, of like 2,700 videos I believe now, if you count shorts and everything else. So yeah, having an editor would be very nice. Yeah. Alright. We will probably just play Dropkick Bomber, attack for a bunch, and then have 5 damage to go upstairs with. Probably our best bet here. Yep. Opponent's at exactly 5. Go figure how that math works out. That's excellent. We didn't even have, like, the craziest start. Like, this is cool. Yep, that'll do it. Opponent goes first. We'll keep this. I guess to be fair, I should be more accurate from what I was saying a second ago. It's like, it's 5 years of videos on YouTube, but it's actually 5 years of daily videos on YouTube. So that adds up pretty fast. And a lot of those days, I think if I go back and look at the math, it's actually like 1.5 videos per day average or something like that. So pretty crazy, honestly. I don't recommend it. Alright, play another Llanowar. Let's see how this goes. Swift Spear, sure. Is my elf dead? Very likely. It is indeed dead. We accept the terms of this negotiation. And here comes a rage, I guess? Alright, fair. They're down to 1 card, so that feels at least like somewhat okay. I guess we're going to just play this guy, right? There's a chance we get to block efficiently. I don't know that we do. And if they have another burn spell, they're just going to hit us for like 4 or 5, probably. But if we get this and it dies, then maybe we can find the Draconautics Engineer. Then we can pump it up, and then we can get this guy back, and we can be back in business. Alright, Emberheart Challenger. I mean, I guess... I mean, what are they going to do here? A Rage makes this 2, 3, 4. I mean, another Rage, you already have a counter, so a second one's just a +1. Alright, I mean, I guess we try. Oh, that was it? I was like waiting for something else to happen. Alright, well sure then. Well, that one has to attack, unfortunately, so get in there, friend. Right, if we can get this Afterburner expert back, we could be in business. I don't know what's in their hand unless it's another, like, Emberheart Challenger or something. Like, why... What would have amounted to attacking and not playing a spell that last turn? Okay, Lightning Strike. That makes sense. Alright, so we go down to 7. Okay, hey, you know what? RedShift, you're alright. This is a spot where you could shine a little bit, buddy. We ain't even mad. Get in there. Look at you. Alright. Hired Claw, you got it. Look at those little red idiots just sitting there. Love that. RedShift. Probably getting in there, and that's it. Because we are not the beatdown at the moment. At some point, they got to draw lands too, right? And if they double block, we probably just kill the Emberheart Challenger. Because I imagine you block Emberheart Challenger and Hired Claw here. Unless you're afraid that I have like a Lightning Strike or something like that. Which is legit. I mean, I'm holding a card. So, like, if it's a burn spell, that's kind of bad for them. Because then they just get blown out. And they don't even get to kill anything. Alright, they're all coming in, which means they found a spell. Not a shocker. So, what we're going to do here is probably go here, here, here. And then I'm going to lose something to probably like a Rage or a Burst Lightning or something. But I did it this way so they don't have like a good use of something. Like, okay, so it was a Rage. Fair enough. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. We're probably dead next turn now unless we find... Well, no, we're dead anyway because we kill the Heartfire hero, we just die. Because it's a 3 power now. Oh, we got the dude that doesn't matter. Dang it. So many things we could have had. That is not it. Yep. GG's. Because now we can, like, block with the Bomber, but then we... yeah, they're still going to trample. Yeah, all right. Man, that was tough. We drew way too many lands, though. I mean, and the opponent drew no lands. All right, nothing too impressive about this, but we're going to keep it anyway. I think what I do like about this deck, though, is that while Llanowar Elf doesn't seem to make a lot of sense because we do have some reasonable 3-mana things, if it survives, especially when on the play, and you just get to go into that, like, you put your opponent on the back foot fairly quickly, where they have to start dealing with their stuff or the game's over in just a couple of turns. You know what I just realized? This little gaming console they made for, like, the playmat here has like a regular NES style controller, but sort of looks like a Super Nintendo-ish thing with a screen in it. I don't know if that's intentional or what they were trying to do there, but just something I noticed. Valley Quest Caller. We don't like Valley Quest Caller. That's bad for business for us. So let's kill that. But it does mean we're up against some Wabbits. So I'm guessing we're probably going to be priced into playing something like Seer Slicer Goblin and shooting something with a Burst Lightning. Oh. Or the opponent just doesn't play anything. Well, that's kind of weird. Alright, I'm just going to go here. Alright, because I was like, they probably have Get Lost or something, so I didn't want to run out this Howl Squad heavy. And then this way I still have the option of doing 4-mana things or 5-mana things next turn. But I assume, since you didn't play a creature and you're playing... Yeah, I was going to say, I had to be it, right? Because you didn't play a creature and you're playing rabbits. Unless they just had the 1 rabbit and a bunch of removal, which I guess... Okay, patchwork. Now everything will be bigger, so there's a chance our Burst Lightning doesn't even do anything. And we would definitely like to draw some creatures. That would be... preferred. Though this gets a little awkward here because if there's something we can kill with this and then they follow up with Quest Caller, we lose our chance to kill anything. Though I guess we could do it for 4 next turn, so yeah, it's fine, I guess. Alright, let's put the counter on the Llanowar Elf. I say put the counter like I'm not going to draw... Oh yeah, you're good. I'm going to say like I'm going to have something that's not a land on top, but we actually didn't. All right. Okay, so we have a lot of options next turn. As a matter of fact, we could play 2 Goblin Lords here, and that's a big turn. They could also be playing Sweepers, so we have to be aware of that. Well, Pollen Shield Hair. We can't kill that. Hunter's Talent's going to kill our Heavy, so that's tough. Yeah, didn't anticipate those cards being the ones that showed up, but, you know, here we are. And I think I'm going to use the Llanowar Elf here Leave open burst lightning. Attack for 3. Like, if they just want to trade, we'll trade. Like, we're cool with that. And then I guess we could put a counter on... Man, what are the odds they have another Hunter's Talent? Opponent's at 14 also. Like, if we shoot them to 12... No, it doesn't do it. I guess I'm going to do this. It's a little... but alright. Well, it was just a land anyway. So all that was for naught. Alright, Beauregard Mentor is a 3/3 currently. Gonna level up a Hunter's Talent. Assume they're not attacking here. Crazier things have happened. Maybe they're attacking. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. Alright, so if I do that, I still have 5 mana open that we can kill a Mentor with. Yeah, we'll play this, because that gets us an attacker. I'm going to attack with these two. And see if maybe they're inclined to double block our bomber. No, they're just single blocking things. Huh. Well... Damn, does this mean they have a sweeper in hand? Alright, we just let it go. No need to get too greedy here. Nope, that was just a land on top? Oh, it was a Llanowar Elf. That's fine. Alright. I mean, they might sweep the board here. I mean, they've seen a lot of aggro decks playing some crazy sweepers with all the varieties we have now. With like split up and stuff where you choose a number. Are we gonna raise the pass? Oh, Dewdrop Cure. Alright, well, that's a thing. Oh, they gave us a card. That's fair. Well, we know we can kill Pollen Shield here. Actually, we can kill Quest Caller. So I guess we just let them scry a couple times. So they make that decision with the idea that they get to keep the hair. And obviously they don't know what we know. Alright. I have a feeling this feels like they might have something to protect this, but we got to try to kill it anyway. Like, if they have something, so be it. Because we can't just not play anything, you know? Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I figured there was something there, so we're not shocked. Let's go ahead and play this. So now we have some 4-power things to get to business with. And yeah. Let's go creature, creature, creature. Yes, I'm attacking with the Sear Slicer Goblin. But if it's going to cost them bodies, then it's probably worth it. See what they want to do with that information. If anything else blocks, that Beauregard Mentor is also dead. Okay, so they're just going to take 10? And we don't even lose a Sear Slicer Goblin? Oh, that was like the best case scenario. And we get to see 2 cards. Oh my gosh. We have the mana for all of it. Thank you, Llanowar Elf. Earning your keep. Yeah, this has to be over, right? Even a sweeper here gives us access to a pile of extra cards. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. Green-red goblins trumps green-white rabbits, I guess. We have so much damage next turn. The Afterburner Expert's an 8/6 and we ain't even pumped it yet. Like, this is silly. Sure? I mean, I guess this is just a desperation attack because the game's over. The wild thing here is even if we don't block anything, even if they give it like a +1, that's like 7 plus, that's 8, 13, that's 17. We still don't even lose our stuff. That's crazy. Yeah, well, block like this. Ugh, and another Afterburner expert. Yeah, sure. Let's just attack with everybody. That's all we got to do here. GG's. Wild stuff. Yeah, this is not how we've seen a lot of rabbits being played, but I don't think it's necessarily bad. Like, there's some stuff going on here. You know, Tyvar Stand, I don't know if that's necessary, but since you're already playing Dewdrop Cure, just get stuff back anyway. But there's some interesting stuff going on with this build. Using these for removal, giving trample to these things that have gotten bigger. I don't know if it's something I would do, but I can at least appreciate people trying to do something a little bit different. Ooh, okay. All right, maybe. I don't know how this is going to end up, but... you know, maybe we find a land and it's all good. Because I have a feeling blue-black, they have so many ways to make us lose a creature here early. Alright, finding a third land at least takes the pressure off, though. Because if RedShift dies here, then we can just play House Squad heavy and go from there. Oh, alright. Then I'm going to assume, rightfully or wrongfully, oh, this is a Reanimator pile? Okay, I was actually thinking, this is what I was thinking it was. Something like this. So, what are we wanting to do? I guess we're going to have to kill this Molt Tender. So, we're probably just playing Seer Slicer Goblin and this guy. Alright. Block with the Dream Thief, maybe? Possibly? But yeah, Insidious Roots is what I was thinking this was. But I don't think I've seen them playing this. Which is a concern, because we don't have many quality ways to deal with an Atraxa. And they already had a different creature in the yard that they could have removed, so they would have had Reanimator mana. So, I don't know if we can win this one. Unless they're magically stuck on mana and don't have the Reanimator spell. Nope, looks like they have something here. Alright. Well, we'll just have to find out next turn if they have it. Oh, they didn't even surveil? Ugh. This feels like it's just getting worse for us by the second. Golly. I mean, I guess we could play this and then get a dragon? That's something. Right? Because we'd have 4 mana left. I mean, that might be what we got to do here. Yeah. I mean, we'll lose a Seer Slicer Goblin, but it's worth it. No, they're not even using that? Oh, God. Like, why are they not blocking? Let's end the turn, because this doesn't have to be done at sorcery speed. So let's just pass. What's about to happen here? Okay, there's a Roots. That's fine. Not good, but acceptable. Yeah. Alright, we'll go ahead and make the dragon, and we'll just block. Exile target. So they're exiling that. Alright, so we're not going to have to deal with Atraxa, at least not immediately, it seems. Alright. Did not want to land. Almost anything else would have been better there. Guess we go here. Give Engineer +1. Haste. Save Squeeze for next turn. In case a sweeper or something happens, I guess. But the opponent's probably just going to go off this turn, right? I mean, I for real don't know what's about to go down here. I'm just hoping for the best. Yep. And they're going to have a ton of mana, so whatever they want to do, they get to do here. They go to 4. All right. And they're about to have, I'm assuming, at least 4 blockers. Probably more. Yep, that's 1. So now 3 blockers, but they did lose a life and we win. Wow. Whew. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think they were doing with the Atraxa, because that's the first time I've seen an Atraxa in any of the new Insidious Roots lists. There's been a lot of different versions of Roots. I think none of us know what the absolute best version is yet, but very curious why that card was there. Okay. This is the first time we've gone elf. Really, we want to go like Llanowar Elf into like the heavy, right? So we can have a 2/3 and a 1/1 attacking. That's really what we want. Like, elf into Afterburner Expert isn't ideal necessarily. Now, if they both live for some reason, then you get to attack with the 6/4. It's awesome, but that's not likely to happen very often. Oh, yeah. Well, Elf, it was good knowing you. Oh! Oh! Oh, wait, I forgot. This can only be used for creatures. Oh, no, that's the... Oh, yeah, that's Rockface Village. They can only use that for creatures. This is where Elf dies if it's going to die, right? No. Huh. Well, what does this mean? We play this... Ah, man. I kind of want to just play Engineer. But I'm going to Sear Slicer Goblin, because at some point this will die and then we can play Engineer. So I think what I'm going to do is this. And just play Sear Slicer. And see if we can get some value out of the Burst Lightning. Because I feel like they kind of had an option of either being able to kill a Llanowar Elf or pump a Heartfire hero. And I'm hoping they go to try to kill one of our creatures here, and then we can get the hero. Whereas I think if we'd have committed to one of these, we're tapped out, and then they just kill that, and we don't get much of anything. Yeah, so we're playing a game of chicken right now. That's basically what's happening. Like, they're trying to decide what to commit their mana to. They're trying to leave their shields up. We're trying to get through their shields. So this is kind of a silly little interaction, but, you know. And they have to know it's weird that I wasn't even trying to run a Llanowar Elf in and trade with a Heartfire hero, which would have been a fine trade for me. So it's all a little silly right now. But now they have a second Heartfire hero, so they can commit a little bit to it, you know? But ultimately, this does work out okay. Oh, hold up. We get all the value. So let's play this and this, and now we get to kill the other Heartfire hero anyway. See, I was going to play this, block with it, and then play the Engineer next turn. But now we get this. With no interference, we get to kill both of their early creatures. That's perfect. And we're at 18 right now against Mono Red. Ah, can't ask for a lot more than that. Oh, please kill it. Waste a removal spell on it. I would love that. Yeah, we're still blocking. Rage up through, friend. Oh, well, alright. Oh, and they have nothing? Oh, man. Alright, just attack with this, I guess. Alright, well, we lose our surprise ability here, but it's worth it. Because now if they don't kill it, we're just going to make a dragon. Screaming Nemesis, sure, you got it, buddy. We're going to kill the Nemesis, we'll just take 3. Or they could kill something here, that's fine too, I suppose. Please kill the Afterburner Expert. Didn't think they really wanted to. Yeah, we're just attacking then here. Alright, opponent goes to 9 in the turn. Sure, you have a challenger. You got it. Ooh, and we don't have to deal with another Screaming Nemesis? Love that for us. Yeah, opponent's just dead here, right? Not quite. Because we play the heavy. This could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or we can go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 either way. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, then I guess the plan here is best to just do this and just play Llanowar Elf. Since we can't kill them anyway, we'll just make it hard to lose, basically. Alright, we should be good from here. Yeah, I don't know what, because I'm willing to just throw both of my remaining creatures in front of that, so I guess if it's Rage plus Fling or some such, then we're dead, but if you got it, you got it. That doesn't get us dead, though. Even if that last card's a Rage, we win. Like, there's no good out here for them. Always love getting wins against mono red. It ain't never bad. Yeah, do whatever you want to do, opponent. I mean, you don't have a 6+6+0 spell. I guess technically it'll need to be +5, but ugh. Alright, we'll keep. Horde Master heavy. That's a thing. Not usually where we want to be, but you know. Alright. Also, the part of the problem too is if they kill a Horde Master, then we're kind of priced into playing whatever the Horde Master finds. And we do have double green right now, mana-wise. Well, we've had another red, so that's nice. Does this Horde Master live, or does it die? Probably dies. Though this could also be like a duress or something. Let's see what you got. Ooh, that's not what I expected them to have. Okay, then. Plans change. We are definitely going here, and we are going to kill a Slick Shot so off while the shields are down. Because that makes the most sense. Then attack for 2. Alright, now it doesn't hurt so bad, because if we lose one, we get to see 2 cards, and we'll have 4 mana to spend. Sellsword, but just by itself. Just straight up Sellsword. That's a thing you don't see too often, huh? And it's still the end of our next turn. Alright. So my guess is they're going to kill a Horde Master here. So I'm just going to attack with one of these. Because there's a bunch of stops here, so they either have Rage or they have something to kill a Horde Master. And if so, I didn't want to attack with both. They kill one, they block the other one, and then we lose all those bonuses. That would have felt real bad. Granted, we got to see 3 more cards, and that would have been great, but I don't think we want to kind of walk into that situation. Well, that's all it took, I guess. So yeah, I guess there's a real question on if green-red goblins is better than mono-red goblins. And I do think there are a lot of benefits to playing mono-red goblins, especially since there's some good 1/1s that you can sack for damage and, you know, a bunch of other stuff. But playing the Llanowar Elf does allow you to get to those 3 mana things on turn 2. It also forces your opponent to try to use an early removal while you want to get down like your Seer Slicer or Runevelt Horde Master the following turn. So I do like what the Elf brings to the table here. And of course, being able to get the other goblin out of your graveyard is also nice. Though I don't think we had to do that in this video. We kind of ended the games fairly fast. This was so far of the decks we built this season, the one that we've ranked up the fastest with, surprisingly. So that's another thing too. If you already own a lot of these parts, it could be worth putting this together if you're looking for some quick ranking. Now, do understand that you'll probably be weak against some of the decks with like heavy sweepers and all that stuff. That's just kind of going to be the life of playing goblins. But outside of that, I say go for it. It was a lot of fun. And RedShift is just a cool card. But anyway, as always, check out the next video because we need you to watch them so we can help afford an editor. And, you know, Standard's just really fun right now. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.